Well, howdy, and welcome to NatFun, which is a live-recorded tabletop role-playing adventure game where the dice and a few friends tell the story. My name's Jackie, and I will be your game master this session, and this time I'm joined by a few brash, sweltering, and tongue-tied outlaws from the Scarlet Vultures posse.
I love how you just immediately throw in tongues.
Uh-huh.
My name is Erin, and tonight I will be Bloody Belle Beauregard. Shoot first, ask questions later.
My name is Dan, and I'll be playing Lucius Lorna.
My name is Matt, and I'll be playing Wayne Cole. Shoot first, don't ask questions.
Copycat.
You inspired me.
That's what a good leader does.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's learning. Suck up.
Sorry, what? I wasn't listening.
Both faces are so deep in the brown right now.
Inspired. Not willing.
And before we get too far into our episode, I do want to say that we are once again going to be playing A Fistful of Darkness, the weird Wild West Forged in the Dark game system by Monkey Echo. There are more details in the show notes, on our website, and at the end of the episode. And now we're going to do one of my favorite things of each of our sessions, which is our shoutouts. After every session, the players and the GM write shoutouts to each other on our Adventure Google Doc, highlighting some of the cool moments we enjoyed from the last session, and it's a great way to support each other and remember the awesome stuff that you did. And earn in-game bonuses too, of course. So we are going to randomly select and read 2 shoutouts right now. For the first one, the recipient will receive 1 grit,
right.
And for the second one, the person who posted the shoutout will receive 1 grit, both with no risk of overindulgence. And you guys should have a shoutouts table in Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got 10, so I'll roll a d10. First number is 1.
All right, that's from me to Aaron/Bell. I like the part where you told Miss Jolene, how much of the truth do you really want to hear? Kind of turning it back around on her, where it's like, well, you said you wanted more, but do you really want more? And I also kind of like how Jackie kind of turned it back around on you. So all of that was very entertaining.
Do you really want to know where the bodies are buried?
Do you really want to tell me where the bodies are buried?
Do you know how many bodies are buried?
Ain't nobody gonna know how many bodies are buried. Thank you, Dan.
All right, and our second shout out is a 6.
Sweet. This is to Jackie as the GM and as the writer. The stare down, how you played Belle's interaction, but then the writer was there, and it kind of gave me this very mega movie, blockbuster, epic moment scene where, like, everybody's been playing in the sandbox, and now the bully has shown up, and it was really cool.
Cool. Well, thank you. So that means we have 1 grit going to Aaron/Bell and 1 grit going to Matt/Wayne. Sorry, Dan.
It's all right.
And with that, let's roll into our synopsis. Last episode on Hellstruck's Demise, the Scarlet Vultures stepped outside to the arrival of the second rider. Appearing in a swirl of fire and black smoke, it caught each of their attention eye to eye as it rode down the street. Miss Jolene ushered passers-by into the dusty roads to escape the calamity that was occurring outside. But not everyone rushed in. Bloody Belle Beauregard stood her ground, staring at the rider and issuing a silent challenge. The rider appeared face to face, peering into her soul. Still, she uttered the words.
I know what waits in the burning beyond.
It disappeared, leaving the rest of the posse confused and Belle terrified. Conversations and whiskey were shared, and the posse was asked to pick up some medicine for Miss Jolene at the general store. They paid their dues to the tumbleweeds, offloading the necklace and a large amount of hellstone, and picked up a request to retrieve and return a lost rose. Belle's favorite person, Juliet. Raven had gathered some of the roses to update the posse. Turns out Juliet's services, along with those of a few other struck roses, had been requested at a nearby manor. All of the roses returned except Juliet, and they had no memory of their time there. With the map to the location, all that was left was to open their payment from the general store and head out. A small cigar box containing only 2 items: a severed human tongue and the skull of a vulture. Now, one last quick thing before we get started. We do have a little something extra for our listeners. Each of the players had some additional business to conclude during our last session, and we plumb ran out of time. So, if you'd like to hear those additional conversations, head on over to our Patreon to check it out. We released one for free where you can hear our invention, I think, of the game Chinese Chessers. And the others are available starting at our Nat Light subscription tier. And with that, are we ready to kick this pig?
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
All right. So I figure it might be best to ease on into the scene that we left, because all you guys had done was flip the lid off that little box and peered in to see a tongue and a vulture skull.
Well, that's ominous. At least it's not Hellstone I touched again.
Well, Wayne, you like
Yeah.
touching Hellstone, that's for sure.
I like touching lots of things.
I bet you
Usually
do.
doesn't turn out that poorly.
Well, I always say the cat's out of the bag. They know it's
Yeah.
us.
Well, maybe.
I mean, we could have been a little bit slyer, but what's done is done. Debt's been paid.
I believe we're known for brazen.
I guess that tongue right there belongs to Marvin over there. He's the only one we spoke to about the necklace or chain we found, and suddenly they know who we are.
I have a feeling that you're right, Lucius, and the roses said that Marvin was missing.
Not looking that great, so Lucius can go pick up that tongue and look at it for a minute. And he's gonna kind of have this epiphany. It all makes sense now. All this bad stuff that's been happening makes the world darker every day. And, Wesson over there, he's doing his part to make sure it's as dark as possible. I think he's the reason why this writer showed up. He goes around threatening everybody, goes around maiming people. Marvin had nothing to do with this, and he went and cut out his tongue. All these gruesome acts make for a much darker world.
Belle kind of sighs and looks down at the ground. I can't argue with your logic there, Lucius. Somebody's gonna have to do something.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That writer had looked at us. And I thought he was blaming us, but I actually think he was looking at us for some help. I think he showed up, and he's reaching out to us. We could fix this.
I'm mighty flattered that you think a demon is asking us for help.
Lucius will remove his tinfoil
Well.
hat.
The only word I can think of to say it now is well, hell.
Well, hell.
But I don't know if logic has anything to do with it. I never did. But I do think we've got a task to do, and whatever happens, happens. Let's just put it that
I think
way.
you're right.
And I don't like that Marvin's paid for this, but we should verify that. And first and foremost, is that looking like a manly tongue or a feminine tongue?
I've had experience with both, and I can tell you, Wayne, a tongue's a tongue. What matters is the mouth it's in.
Well, there goes that PG-13. Could Wayne do a little survey there and see if he could figure out if this is man or woman or beast?
You want the tongue that's in Lucius's hand?
Yep, lick test.
I would say it's simple enough you don't need to make a roll unless you want to make a roll.
Make him make it.
Why not? It's Wayne.
Yeah.
Make it.
Are you trying to act
Making
cool
it-
while you're checking the tongue?
Absolutely not. Wayne's got a little pee coming out at this point between riders and abductions and tongues and skulls. Wayne's a nut job, but
All right, well, I would say rather than doing a survey roll, it would just be a gather information roll, which is similar. It just tells you how much you glean from it.
Okay. You do use a skill, but we don't have a consequence, I think, is what we get out of
this is just the amount of information you get.
That's how bad you rolled.
Okay. No extra dice. Frick. 2 or a 2?
So that's going to be limited information. So
Mm-hmm.
you look at this tongue. You kind of try and stick your tongue out of your mouth and try and look at it. But you can only see a little bit of it.
Have Lucius and Belle stick their tongues out
Wow.
for comparison.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably far too advanced for a 2.
It looks like your tongue. I don't know, did you say you were going to lick it?
No.
It tastes like your tongue.
Oh, no. Wayne has touched enough obscure things lately.
It's definitely a tongue. It's similar in size to what you think your tongue is from how much you can see over your nose.
Alright. Well, pretty sure this is a boy tongue, not a girl tongue. But I don't know. Maybe we should just go look at Marvin. This tongue definitely doesn't seem like one I've seen before and whatnot.
Let's put the boys on it, Belle says. And I think we all got a couple things that we need to do before we go out looking for Juliet, but she's our highest priority right now, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah, we gotta take care of that. Time is a factor.
With that, Belle's gonna go over to the wall and write a note out for Bob. Just reads,
How to play checkers.
very
Sorry.
simply written, no cursive. If you find Marvin, see if he has a tongue. Circle yes or no.
Also, did you find Marvin? Yes or no?
You don't know what she wrote? She walked away from
I mean,
you.
they'd be able to read it. It's in big blocky letters.
Okay. All right, you're able to leave your note. And where are y'all headed? Are you going to do anything else in town, or are you ready to prepare for your run?
Let's prepare for that run.
Let's prepare.
Prepare.
Lucius is gonna go ahead and take that skull and the tongue, and he's got some plans. Skull, tongue, and box. So we'll set those aside.
That's a phrase I didn't expect this afternoon. Skull tongue in my box.
I've just learned not to question what you two get up to.
Chester's was complicated.
Chester's is complicated. All right, so
The hell you say?
to plan your run, you guys need to pick which type of run you're going to be doing from the 6 that I just flashed up to you.
I had a question, Jam. How much does picking one of these influence the run itself? Like, if we started off with, deception or social, and then it becomes an all-out fight, is it affected by this roll to begin with?
I think that just depends on the group that you're with. So this game is meant to be much more player-driven than anything else. So I think it's to allow you, if you know you're supposed to go and recover a person, you pick the angle you want to attempt to do that.
Okay.
Now, if in doing that attempt, if you start to pull guns out, yes, it might turn into an attack or an assault, but it's to allow you guys to kind of pick how you want to approach it, rather than the GM saying like, hey, you have to take that fort to get the person. Instead, it's, hey, this person's missing, we think they're at the fort. And you get a little more control about how you want to do that.
Got it.
I don't know if that answered your question, but that's
No,
my
it does. It
interpretation.
doesn't like,
Okay.
oh, if you get in a fight, if it ends up as an assault, like, and you pick the wrong direction to take it to begin with, it's not going to be detrimental, basically. It's just kind of getting your head the direction you're going to go and hope to make
If you
it.
pull your gun on them and they're like, hey man, this is a social encounter, I'm not going to pull my gun.
Well, my thought process being here is we rolled to see how good we're going to set ourselves up for this, so I think that would be like how good that part of it goes. Now, if it all disengages to gunfighting, but we were picking deception, we're rolling for how well that deception goes to avoid that gunfight potentially is what I think.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? Are we gonna feel like more social? Like we're gonna go talk the situation out?
I think not.
Oh, I was leaning social as well.
Overruled.
I was kind of
Wow.
thinking this is going to start as a negotiation, bargain, persuasion kind of deal, and we all know
Wayne roll his
we
own
can't
plan?
do stealth.
You guys roll social. Wayne's gonna roll deceptive assault.
Deceptive assault. You don't know when I'm going to hit you, but it might happen.
Or not.
1, 2,
Deceptive.
klaboom.
All right, so now you guys need to pick the details to the plan, the missing details, anything that you kind of, from what you know, what you want to do. Doesn't have to be super at length. And then your loadout, if you're going to do a light, normal, or heavy load. And then we'll do the engagement roll.
Well, what we do know is none of the girls had memory. So we could be working with something a little bit arcane or weird. Maybe some Hellstone involved, but that's what we know. We know Juliet's missing. We know nobody ain't seen her since they went to that house. And we know there's about 4 or 5 people there. It's just outside of Blood Creek. So we have some time to come up with a story if we want to, but I think we just go in for the truth. They asked for some weird, unique roses.
And one pure one.
Yeah, they asked for some weird, thorny roses and a plain Jane.
Mm-hmm.
This was planned out. We're being called out.
I just think it was a night that took the wrong turn, and we gotta go dig up whatever happened.
Well, you two are a bit more phased forward in this town. Maybe when we do this, we're still cautious. You guys go in, have the conversation, and I could hang out. Again, just a thought.
Wayne, unless
For
you have
backup.
eyes in the back of your head, you better be a damn good lookout.
Well, funny story. I'm not too bad, but I'm thinking maybe, if they ask where I'm at, I'm back in town dealing with our other problems. I don't know, dealing with the riot or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing out stuff. I want to cover the bases because when we go in, if we're all 3 in that room, it's a kill box. And I don't like that.
Yeah, but we're the ones doing the killing, so we'll be fine. All right, we go in, we try to negotiate, figure out what happened to Juliet. Maybe we will be digging something up, and she crosses her fingers. But at the very least, we'll bring her back. Miss Jolene has asked for medicine, and by damn, we will deliver.
I'm on board.
Hmm.
Is Wayne still? You're suffering the effects of fear, or what's your current injury?
I've got, I'm panicked.
Panicked.
and,
It's showing.
Let me see what
It's
that.
definitely showing.
Yeah. I'm almost healed, but yeah, I've seen some heebie-jeebie stuff, and I know I'm brazen. I'm just gonna say it. Being in a room where we're at disadvantage is not my favorite day, but I can prepare for that. You can talk. I'll listen.
Lucius will put his hand on Wayne's shoulder and be like, "Don't you want to talk to some more of your dead buddies? Let's go make some more dead friends."
Well, that's the problem, is I think I might be talking to my dead friends. But
Well, no time like the present. Let's
All right.
load up and head out.
all
We
right,
got to get to Blood Creek before the day's over.
we've got a hell of a long ride.
All right, so what loadout are you guys going with?
Lucius will go normal, and he's actually going to put on his fine clothes since he thinks he's going to be talking to some finer folk here that tend to hang out at this location, so he's going to try to dress for the situation.
Belle's also going to go normal. This time she's going to bring a fine rifle with her. She's going to put on some armor underneath her regular getup and some throwing knives.
Now I will ask, do you have armor? Because it is a mechanic in the game.
No, it is just on my list of boxes to
Okay,
check.
you're good. We'll play it that way. Narrative armor. Got it.
Plot armor, maybe.
It protects against plot holes, guys.
Wayne will smile and nod and do Wayne things and not saying much to anybody else. Wayne's going heavy.
All right. Now we have to do the engagement roll, which kind of sets you guys up for the first scene that you walk into on this run. So it just starts with 1 dice. It's just going to be a fortune roll. Doesn't start at disadvantage, though. But now we have to add or subtract dice. So do you think that this operation is particularly bold or daring?
Walking straight
I'd say
into the
bold.
lion's den. Yeah.
Okay. So add 1 dice. You're up to 2. Is it overly complex or contingent on multiple factors?
No, it's pretty straightforward. We're gonna walk in that door.
They have to be reasonable.
It's contingent on a lot of crap, but it's not complicated.
Nothing that we would know, though.
Yeah. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're the weakest? Or is the target strongest
Nobody
against
likes
this approach?
Juliet. We're very strong against this approach.
No.
I know that you're confident with this approach, but I wouldn't say this
I
is...
don't care if Juliet's alive or dead.
Since you don't know who it is, I don't think that you are particularly approaching this challenge
No.
with tact to take them at their vulnerability, which is my interpretation of that.
We don't approach anything with tact.
They're in their house that we've never been to, so yeah, they have the upper hand.
No.
And then for friends and rivals, I think you guys do have some friends that gave you some information.
Yeah.
But since you
Yeah.
don't know who it is, I'm going to negate that because there are parties at play that are against the information that... Not against the information. There's
So the
just
wash.
there's just
Fair
as much as a wash.
We got some bad info.
Since I know
Nice.
I know the faction that's involved, you don't know the faction that's involved. And then any other elements that you want to consider that would increase or lower the dice.
Oh, boy.
Does not caring if Juliet lives or dies help us or hurt us? Because Lucius wants her to live. But Belle...
And Wayne does too.
I'm indifferent.
I think it's going to go poor for Miss Jolene if she doesn't come back, so I'm definitely in favor of her coming back.
I don't think we have anything that helps us in any particular way, so...
No.
All right, but you do get 2 dice. So,
Okay. All right. I'll roll it. We got a 2 and a 6.
Yes.
nice.
Thank goodness.
All right, so you're going to start in a controlled position when you arrive at your destination. But now, it's up to you guys. You're going to go to bed? You're going to roll out now?
I think we roll out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what time of day is this? I mean, can't remember where we left off.
Morning, Ryder came down, and then we had a couple conversations, but it's probably still just about before midday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, head on out.
Wayne dons his long coat and all his crap, gets Chuck, and they ride out. Chuck's the horse.
Is that your horse's name? Because I don't think you've mentioned your horse's name before.
I've done it once or twice, but it's been a minute, so I figured I'd renew the story that my fine horse is named Chuck.
All right. Belle's got acid bath.
And Lucius has horse.
The tentacle.
Every
the
time.
tentacle horse.
Yeah, the tentacle called horse.
Yep. Stop making that noise. You put the tongue back in the box.
That.
All right. As you get your horses, get your equipment loaded, you go to slowly walk out of town, and you watch as the doors of the saloon, the Sacred Heart Saloon, kind of don't get forced open like someone was thrown through them, but they get pushed open fairly quickly as you see a deputy from Miners Row and JD, the owner, kind of the person that runs the town and owns the saloon, kind of talking to each other a little bit loud. And the deputy says, JD, that ain't fair. I need that equipment. I'm sorry, Deputy, my hands are tied. Somebody bought out the whole train. And his head kind of tilts off as if he's looking at something in the distance. Deputy looks at him. Miners Row also needs more miners to get operational again. Don't you want this town to make coin? JD? Dagnabbit, you're not even listening to me, are you? Lost in your own head again. Starts grumbling to himself. Storms off the porch, kicks the dust. Gotta get the rest of them digging up that new mine faster now. A few seconds go by as you're continuing to just pass this scene, and then JD seems to just snap out of it. He says, I bet a steam engine could beat 4 horses. And then he heads back into the saloon.
Can we still see the deputy from Miners Row?
Yeah, he kind of stormed off in a huff, so he's made some distance. But he's across the street and headed to the alley.
Wayne's just gonna trot up and say, Deputy,
What for?
you got a second? Just heard you having a little situation over there and like to know what's going on. What'd you say about the train?
Unless you got a whole load of miners that can help me with my problem, I don't have any business with you right now.
I can loan you Bob.
He spits on the ground, turns around, and walks away.
That's the response I get out of Bob most times. Well, thanks for the moist dirt. Comes back to the group. Something's up. I know what some of that is, but I don't know what it all is.
We got enough on our plate right now.
I think some of that is from our plate.
We didn't do the first thing to those miners, Wayne. We just finished them off.
No, we did not. But I want to know what's going on with the train and what they bought out. That's what I want to know, and who. Because that could pertain to what we're doing here. And JD couldn't remember his own middle name if you didn't tell him. So...
That's pretty true. He does partake of his own store from now and then. But let's make dust. She pulls up her black bandana, lowers her cap a little bit, and kicks into Ass's Bath side and starts riding out towards Blood Creek.
Now, it's not that far out of town where there is a bridge that goes across the creek, because it's kind of the way that you guys laid out the area around Hellstruck is that there are some kind of farmlands to the northeast, but it's really hard to transport things across the land because of all the different struck creatures and problems there. So they actually send a barge called the Chuck Wagon between the farmlands and the town, and that's how they kind of do the food run. So there's a few different bridges that cross, and this one is just simply called West Desert Bridge. But it is kind of, it's not the most steady bridge, but for now I won't make you roll to get across.
For now.
At full speed, it's a different conversation.
Exactly. You cross the river that the Chuck Wagon runs on, and I'm going to throw it out to you guys. You have about a half a day's ride before you're going to be able to camp. I've described the scene and kind of what the landscape looks like, so I want to throw a little, nugget out here and then have you guys build on just what you see pass by as you're riding. So as you cross the bridge, normally there's a little bit of a breeze coming off the river, but this time, and maybe it's because that rider, you can almost feel the back of your neck just hot, sizzling in the sun. It seems hotter than it's ever been in Hellstruck before, just beating down on your brow. Everyone's sweating, everyone's uncomfortable. Even some of the creatures are trying to seek out shade, even though they're built for the desert.
Well, first, Belle's going to resist the urge to look over her shoulder. She's still terrified of the rider. But she does see, a little green lizard that kind of pokes its head out for a second and then shakes it and shimmies back into the darkness as she's trotting up closer to the bridge.
Yeah, there's definitely just kind of bones scattered about of remains of creatures half buried in the ground, picked clean. all basically off just here and there about the trail. You know, there's not much that's surviving any longer, and anything that large just has kind of died off or been killed off at this point.
Yeah. Wayne's looking ahead and he sees the big hill off in the distance. Not the Rider Hill, but the one where Blood Creek is. He's been out there a few times. Weird place, red water, all that jazz. But it's wasted, you know, a little green near the edge there, but dies off pretty quick off into the distance, and it's unforgiving.
And as you continue, the air gets a little bit heavier as you get closer to Blood Creek. And all of you have been by it before, but it just smells like iron around Blood Creek. And it's because of the iron mine there, but it's actually leached into the ground itself of the hill and stained the water almost a deep red, that once it gets deep enough in the rivers and streams and little puddles, it looks like a pool of blood, even though it's kind of more of an orange color. The sun's starting to go down just as you start to approach the area where Blood Creek starts.
Well, what do you think, Belle? Should we set up for the night while we still have some daylight?
Yeah, let's pitch those tents and get some shut-eye. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a busy day.
Fair enough.
All right. We've done a lot of role-playing at the beginning of this session, but is there anything else you guys would like to role-play around the campfire before going to sleep?
Let's sing Kumbaya for a little bit.
That is not Belle's style.
Wayne probably has a bullet casing in his ear.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I mean,
But Wayne's gonna juggle those little carved-in bullet casings in his pocket. He's feeling a little edgy, but he's also starting to deal with his new friend Peter there. So
When you sit down, ow!
God bless it. Really? Really? That's where we're going now? Sorry.
Wayne, you say something?
You better pull through in a pinch. Yeah, I say lots of
You just
things.
talking out your ass again?
More and more. God, death will be a welcome change, I swear to God.
Same for me.
Before they go to bed, if Lucius is up for it, Belle might challenge him to a little bit of a gamble, because she knows he likes his vice.
oh, what do you have in mind?
Well, I brought these throwing knives, and I was thinking we could take turns to see who could get the closest to hitting Wayne without actually hitting him.
I like this game.
Everybody's got a last wish in life.
Is Wayne going to be aware of this game happening, or are we just tossing knives at Wayne?
I think we're just tossing knives at Wayne.
I'm up for it.
All right. You want to wager half of your share of whatever Miss Jolene will pay?
Sure.
And she nods. She hands him one of the throwing knives. Best 2 out of 3? 3 throws?
Works for me. 3 throws.
And she hands him 2 more knives.
Got a lot of knives you just carry around all the time, huh?
Gotta be prepared.
I just sent you a message, Matt. I have a narrative question.
Oh, you type into everyone. Okay. Well, as
But
long as
he's
your answer's
in.
Sure. Yeah.
But you're in. Okay. So let's have you guys make some rolls, and we'll do like no major consequences, but gotta let the dice tell this story, right?
Yeah. So what are we rolling? Sling or just dice?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, slings.
Sling.
So ladies first.
All right. These risky or controlled?
I feel like for Belle it should be controlled, and for Lucius it should be risky. How do you feel about that, Dan?
Sure. Sure,
All right.
sure.
We'll just do standard effect.
Yeah.
All right. For her first roll, she gets a 5 and a 1, so a 5.
All right, where were you aiming?
Oh, just right next to his left foot.
Straight into the dust.
Lucius rolls a 6. So he
Ooh.
sees Belle throw that first knife, and he's going to put it right between her knife and his foot.
I dig it.
Do we want to let Wayne have a chance to react here now that he's had 2 knives thrown at him?
Yeah, is Wayne asleep or is Wayne awake? Or are you just letting it happen?
Wayne's awake. Wayne's a little distracted. He's playing with his stuff in his pocket.
His stuff
Shut
in
up.
his pocket.
So much going on in his pants right
Nickel?
His
If only you knew about. All right, Belle, next knife. Where are you aiming this one?
We're going to go with the right foot this time.
All right.
That's a 3.
Okay, with a 3, you go to throw it, and instead of just sticking nice into the ground, it kind of goes a little off kilter and then bounces and kind of falls on its side. So it's near his foot, but it didn't like strike the ground the way you had anticipated it or aimed it.
now. Lucius rolls a 5. So he tosses it, and he sticks that knife right into her knife. Just hits it dead on. Maybe glances off the blade. I guess since it's not a 6, I'll just say it hits the blade and kind of glances off of it, but it was a dead shot.
All right. For Belle's last throw, she gets a 4.
All right, let's see what Lucius gets before we play this one out.
Lucius gets a 3.
All right, so where were you aiming for this one, Belle? Because you guys did the feet. Are you like aiming between his legs at this point?
Oh, yeah. So if he didn't jump out of the way and he's just sitting there totally distracted by his own thoughts, next time she's putting it right between his legs. Let's say he's sitting on a stump. She wants to go just between the knees into the stump.
All right. Matt, are you taking it or me?
Go for it.
All right, so as you both throw your knives, because it's the last one, do you guys throw them like one at a time, or you just both go like 3, 2, 1, and you both throw?
I think same time.
I say the last one. Yeah, same time.
All right, so you throw both the knives. You roll a 3 and a 4. So they kind of clatter into each other as they both go to hit the stump and fall down on the ground. And Wayne still doesn't seem to have noticed anything right now. And you look at each other to kind of, oh man. But then you hear as a knife comes back at you and hits the tree. It was thrown right in between your faces as you were looking at each other. And when you look back over at Wayne, care to describe what they see, Matt?
There is about 24-inch long tail from a slice in his pants, apparently, that you've made. And it has a little face on it, and it's eyeballing you.
Is the face the same as Wayne's face? Just like identical, just smaller?
Nope.
So it's not Lil Wayne?
Nope. It's not Little Wayne. This is Peter. And Peter looks more like a boyish face, but with a shit-eating grin.
I think Lucius is going to jump
More Dennis
jump
the
back,
Menace.
kind of in shock. What the hell is that, Wayne?
Don't see that every day.
Well, if you had better aim, you wouldn't see it any day.
And it just says, yeah, what he said.
Oh,
Don't touch the Hellstone. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, what he said.
You've met the 4th member. He gets a cut.
don't know about that. Can he hold a gun?
We shall see. He could apparently held a knife.
Like I said earlier, it's not about the tongue, it's about the mouth it's in.
Just a little guy.
What do you
Good
think,
Lord.
Belle? We hold him down, we cut that off. It'll be normal again, back to normal. hurt a little bit.
Wayne's never been normal.
Miss Jolene might be interested.
As you say that, the head reaches down, grabs the other knife that had dropped in the ground, comes back up, flings it, and in the tree just underneath the other one. And it is just slowly shaking its head left and right.
All right, I think Peter can stay.
Yeah, I think he's a better shot than I am half the time. Good Lord.
Well, he said.
Well, it doesn't expose too much, Peter. You can keep the hole in the old pants there. Just stay under the coat when we're in public for now.
And he nods briefly and then goes back underneath the coat anyways. Security blanket.
He's been there for a few days. The old mine incident wasn't as traumatizing even in the least as you might have imagined.
I knew it was no good messing with that Hellstone.
Yeah.
And just so we all know, gloves ain't enough.
Belle's face kind of changes a little bit, like, oh shit, I did touch it with some gloves. She scratches her face. Well, on that note, let's gather up these knives. Hey, Wayne, thanks for being a good sport, but let's get some rest now.
I've had enough surprises for one day.
You have no idea. Peter, while we go to sleep, keep watch. Hey, you sitting there, relaxing, listening to our NatFun podcast? You know what would be great? Is if one of your friends was there with you. Tell a friend. Leave us a rating or review. Get back to us. Let us know what you think. Check us out on Patreon. But keep doing what you're doing, and we enjoy that you're here. Now back to whatever ridiculousness is going on now.
The sun goes down. You all sleep through the night. But you are awoken by a loud sound in the morning. Can someone pick a struck creature that would be calling out in the early morning and what that would sound like? Go.
Rooster trees.
That was good. That was good.
Rooster Yodi was what I was going to go with, so yeah.
There you go.
Rooster Yodi, I like that.
We can go with the Hellstone Tortoise.
You hear calling on opposite sides of the river, the rooster trees and the rooster goatee. And then you look and watch a Hellstone tortoise climb out of the river.
Jesus, those things are fast.
Dawn is upon you. And it's hot already. But it's just a short ride to the house.
All I can imagine is the struck tortoise as fast as a jackrabbit. That's all I have in my head.
I like it. All right, well, let's pack up and get rolling. It's only getting hotter.
Yeah.
Yep. Belle gathers up her bedroll. She pulls out some hardtack from her saddlebag, hands it to the boys, and saddles up.
Lucius pulls out that tongue, starts gnawing on the jerky. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
Matt, make the noise.
Apparently everybody's a little struck all of a sudden.
All right, so you are able to set out. It is just a short ride, so got up, had some food, maybe had a little bit of tongue. Don't need to tell anyone. And
Belle likes her tongue, as she's exclaimed.
you're able to set out. It's hot, and you see there's a fence with some manicured crops behind it and a road that heads into the property. And you start to see occasional patches of red sunflowers. As you continue down the road, you can see up ahead of you, there is a manor house. It has a wraparound porch on the front, 2 stories, big pillars supporting the upper floor. And just to the right of this structure is what looks kind of like a open barn. You see there might be some other outbuildings behind it. And because you guys are in a controlled situation, you see a couple of people in kind of all brown, like big brown ponchos, sitting on the front porch, kind of playing cards at a table. And you see another one kind of walking around between the other side buildings.
Now, are these the same brown ponchos that the Tumbleweed Gang wears?
They are.
Well, this is fantastic.
Aaron's like, I'm switching the run plan now, guys. No, just like,
Kind of thinking that. She's going to lean over and look
no.
at Lucius and kind of nod at Wayne, and she's mouthing, "You see Wesson? Shoot first."
Lucius will nod. Well,
Shoot.
I mean, they probably know we're coming. I'd just say we ride straight up. Show no fear.
I agree.
I think
Keep
I
together, Wayne.
might suggest. No, I'm just throwing out ideas now. We want to keep our horses down from the house, where they can't mess with them. Well, they're probably better off closer to the house. Hell with it.
I will also say, don't overthink it. This game is reactionary, and we don't need to spend 45 minutes planning the approach. Just go with
Made a
it and
weird
see what the
noise.
dice
Wayne
say.
likes his horse. It's the only thing he really likes.
I know, and it's a buzzkill, and it's breaking the fourth wall.
No, you're fine.
But still, if we see Wesson, shoot first. That's it.
Not a problem.
Don't even give him a chance to talk. And then Belle will ride confidently up into the front yard.
Lucius be on her right.
All right, so where are you, Wayne?
If they're walking up, he was gonna kind of just hang to the rear, kind of be the eyes in the back, and follow.
No, Peter's for
right
that.
behind. Well, he might be taking watch.
All right, so you walk up, and one of the outlaws on the porch stands up. Woman, she's fairly tall but pretty long and lanky, stands up. What can I do you for?
Well, howdy. We are looking for a lost rose. Someone said they might have seen her around these parts.
Wouldn't have any idea what you're talking about. These are red sunflowers that we grow here.
No, rose like the dusty rose back in Hellstruck.
She looks over at the other one. Do you know what she's talking about? I ain't know what she's talking about.
Lucius, you want to chime in?
Nothing comes for free, guys.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Lucius still joining here. It's like, well, we're looking for Juliet. She was here a few nights ago with a couple of other girls. They all came back. She didn't. This is the last place she was seen. We're just here to find out what happened. Or if she needs some help, take her back.
Well, I only been here for one day. What about you, Hank? Yeah, I've been here for one day. I ain't seen no Juliet.
All right. Do you know anyone who's been here longer than one day?
Can Wayne just see if they're just flat out lying? He knows they're flat out lying, but he wants to figure out if they're flat out lying.
How are you going to figure out if they're flat out lying?
He's gonna take a survey and read their bodies and see if he can tell what the hell's going on.
Sounds good. This will be controlled standard.
No additional dice. Nope, Wayne doesn't know. 1 and 3.
So
God
what do you
bless it.
do to try and survey the situation?
Wayne pushes up a little bit further, less of a background person, and pushes between Belle and Lucius just a little bit, not in front of them, and does the hat down, eyes up, almost the whole look of, the two fingers in the eyes and the two fingers back without doing that actual gesture. He's being pretty blatantly obvious that he's looking at them and he's thinking they're lying. Nothing else.
All right. Well, with the 3, you do get a bad outcome. So
Cool beans.
as you do that, you do like one too many head nods, trying to keep it real slick. And
It's the cool roll all over again.
it is. And
Wayne always rolls cool.
the man stands up, and then both of them pull their ponchos back to reveal revolver.
That's cute.
Is this conversation going to get more complicated?
Lucius is going to jump in, and he's going to say, hold it. We're just looking for a lost girl. Or at least information as to where her remains are, if that's the way things went. We're not
I
here.
believe we were invited.
We're not here to make or take justice upon anyone. We're just looking for answers. Can I roll a sway on that?
Absolutely. That will be, I'll say that you guys still have control, but this will probably be the last one because that last roll was not so good. And standard.
So Lucius rolls a 6.
Nice.
They relax. Well, I understand you're here just to gather some information. And I can definitely let you know that there ain't no girls here, except for this one standing right next to me. I don't think what you're looking for is here anymore.
Is Wesson in that house?
Wesson doesn't do side jobs.
Just had to ask.
And ain't you that bloody Belle? If he was, you wouldn't be standing here even asking me the question anymore. You already knew that answer.
Wait, what makes you say that? He's got a beef with me?
He just scoffs and turns to Lucius.
Is there anyone else here who has been here the last day or a few days longer than you who would have a little more information than you have on the situation? We rode all the way out here. We got to get something to bring back. As soon as that happens, we'll be out of your hair.
We all want to stay in the Dusty Rose's good grace. That's all.
And the woman says, I don't give a shit about the Dusty Rose or their good graces. We're here. Our job is to make sure no one leaves this house. Anything in ain't going out. So you're welcome to go inside, but you won't be going out ever again. Piss off.
Well, we tried asking nicely. And unless the GM stops me,
Oh, God.
I would like to do my Eastwood action.
What's your Eastwood action?
Before weapons are drawn, you may lock eyes with someone, forcing them to hesitate or flinch. Both of you know that you can interrupt whatever they do next. Take plus 1d for your next action against them.
Sounds good.
And I have the high ground because I'm still on acid battle. So I don't know if that'll sway this at all.
Sounds good.
But we are going to fire a shot at Hank.
All right.
And is this still controlled, or have we transitioned into...
I'm going to say this is turning risky because they're feeling a little bit... They just threatened you. So it's going to be risky standard.
Okay. And then I get a bonus die.
Yep.
And that's a 6.
All right. So describe what happens. He totally flinches. What happens?
She locks eyes with him. He flinches. She quick draws her pistol, shoots from the hip, hits him right between the eyes.
Hank falls back, drops, toe straight up in the air.
Now can we have a conversation?
And the woman seems completely surprised at this turn of events. She calls out real loud, looking up. Ender! We'll hold him off! As the other one that had been kind of walking between the outhouses starts running towards you. I'm going to add a progress clock for you guys.
Cool beans.
What time is it?
Simply
How many times
called
is it?
Time's a Wastin'.
Nice.
It's a 6-segment clock.
Now, do we get a tick in that because I've already dispatched one of the baddies?
That's really
Oh, let them
cool,
start
but you
lawyering.
haven't done anything related to time. So, no, unfortunately, this one just started right here, right now, but you do start to hear the shuffle of boots on hardwood behind the door.
Shuffle. I'm not moving
Fair
fast.
enough.
Okay.
Wayne was already gonna do this because he doesn't like being talked to like this. He's gonna ride Chuck right up the steps and kick her in the teeth.
I'm not quite sure how you're going to do that, but
No.
let's see.
From the
he's
saddle.
gonna Trot, 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 trot.
Horses can go up steps. They can't go down real well, but they can go up.
Okay.
Just leave.
All right, so
And
what
he's gonna
action rating
straight
are you
up
going to
boot
use?
kick her in the face. Thinking that
Oh,
would
see,
be
I thought you were
a-
going to have the horse kick her in the face. That was the leap that my brain was not making.
Oh.
You are kicking her in the
Gotcha.
face. That is way more achievable in my mind.
Horse roundhouse kick.
Yes. I think that's a
It's like, what?
that's a brawl. Boot kick to the teeth.
This is going to be risky standard.
Fair enough. Away we go. That's a 4 and a 2. God bless it, Wayne.
All right. So, with a 4 and a 2, you go up, kick her in the face. Tooth flies out. She spits as she grabs a shotgun off the table and turns to face you.
Fair enough.
Now we don't have initiative. So
No, you guys just go whenever.
so Belle's gonna fire another shot at her.
Do it. This is going to be risky standard.
Double fives. 5-5.
Double fives. All right, so partial success. You are able to shoot her in the shoulder. Ugh. She recoils back. The shotgun doesn't fall out of her hands. It kind of swings down and just, she drops it out of her left hand. And so she's just kind of holding the butt of the shotgun now. But as that happens, you see another person come running around the corner. I am going to add a tick to your clock. Time's a wasting. This one isn't so much the success of the rolls that you're doing, but how long it takes you to get to the goal of the clock.
Fair enough.
Well, Lucia's seeing this guy turn the corner here. Kind of gets a twisted grin on his face. And he pulls out this new pistol he got. It's a loner pistol, but he's been kind of itching to try this one out. It's a Chaos Goblin, so I'll go ahead and take a shot and fire an incredibly powerful joke around that always seeks and hits a target within 60 feet, and that's +1 effect. But then I have to roll for a consequence from firing this. So,
Tailsy twins.
All right, so this is going to be a risky great effect. Well, I'll say risky standard, so it gets to bump up.
risky standard for. That's a 3 and a 5. So 5.
All right, with a 5, it's a partial success, but because it goes up to a great, I will let you describe what this round does and how it ends this person.
It fires. It doesn't sound like a normal gunshot. There's kind of like a screech to it as it sails through the air, and as it hits the guy just straight in the chest, there's kind of like a sizzling, arcing sound, and he just kind of is thrown back from the impact of it. So it seemed to impart way more impact than a normal round would have.
And as he's thrown back, he actually, total cheesy horror movie, is thrown into a post that had a pickaxe rested up on it, and it goes through his chest. And he slinks down and falls. He is very, very, very dead. And as you lower your weapon, you see that jester face on it, the eye that was green, isn't anymore.
No, it says whenever you fire it, you roll on the following table for additional consequences. So, do I roll a separate die for that?
D6, D6, D6.
It's a 6 +1
Oh,
grit. Oh yeah!
Nice. The
The
only
only
good
good thing.
consequence of the gun.
Hell yes, brother.
I'm topped up on grit.
Well, Wayne hears a hell of a noise behind him. He looks back and goes, "Good Lord, Lucius, I thought I was nuts." And he pulls out from his coat the sawed-off lever-action shotgun that he brought with him, aims it between the two doorknobs, and blasts the hell out of it.
All right, make your roll.
Come on, buddy. That's a sling, I'd say.
I think
What's
so.
my condition?
This is going to
What
be
condition's my conditioning?
this is going to be risky standard.
No extras. That's a 3 and a 5. It's 5.
You do have a partial success, so you go to shoot the door, and it does splinter, but as it splinters, you see that there is a deadbolt in place. And you see that the woman with the brown poncho on has now picked up her shotgun and is holding it again, both hands.
Wayne turns to her and says, "You just aren't smart. You had your chance." And swings at her again with his boot.
All right. As you get ready to swing, I'm going to add another tick to that times a wastin'.
Have Peter biter.
Roll your brawl, and it's going to be a risky standard.
It's a 2 and a 4.
All right. So with a 4, you go to kick at her, and this girl is kind of tall, lanky, but boy, is she solid. You hit her, and she's able to take that shotgun and grab your foot with it. So now your foot is held underneath her grip with the shotgun, and she's starting to pull real hard to take you off your horse.
All right. Fair enough. I'll contemplate my existence currently while somebody else moves.
Belle shoots her again.
All right, go ahead and shoot her again.
Belle just unloads every round into her.
This will be probably risky standard again.
Okay, and I would like to push myself, burn 2 grit, and add a die.
Do it, do it.
161, so 6.
Nice.
Ooh, thank
Down
goodness.
she goes.
Yep, with the 6, describe where you shoot her and how she falls.
Belle sees her grab Wayne's foot, and so she's going to shoot, again, right between the eyes, and watches her hands kind of release from the shotgun and at the same time releases from Wayne's foot. Wayne, you got to be more careful.
I'm riding a horse on a porch shooting at doors. How much more careful can I be?
Makes
A
terrible
lot.
decisions. Yeah, seriously. Everything there was a bad decision. Lucius is going to call out to the people inside. He'd like you sway and just shout at them. We need one of you alive to tell us what happened to Juliet. Or we can have more than one of you alive. Your decision.
Ooh, all right. I'm going to say Desperate Limited. Because they just heard you kill a bunch of people.
Well, the point being, we let them go. They're fine. Desperate Limited. All right. That's a 616, so 6.
Nice. So you had heard boots inside, and you could hear them on the other side of the door. And now you hear voices talking back and forth. I think you're going to have to do a little bit more than just say one thing.
Well, Wayne's doing Wayne things. It's a 2-step method, I tell you. And he shoots the door again and pushes the horse up against it.
I would like to help him out in this, Lucius Juliet, and there's like, if you don't come out, Crazy Wayne's coming in. Or Insane
Nice.
Wayne.
I'll take that as a setup action.
Insane Wayne is coming in.
Nice.
Insane Wayne.
Is he insane in the membrane?
Okay, sling, door, and what does your help action give me? I forget. Another die?
I believe it raises the effect.
Okay.
Let me
It's been a
double check. Yes, setup is +1 effect level or improved position for your roll.
Okay, so what's my position?
It's going to be risky, but bumped up from standard to great because of the setup action.
Okay, get some. No additional dice. Sling away. Oh, good lord, it's a 3 and a 2. This door's made out of iron.
Don't forget, we can use, each of us can use that +1 action rating for command, sling, or brawl. It's our posse special ability, but we decided we can each use that once per run.
I think this is the moment to roll one more dice.
Okay, I will say next time you have to use it before the dice roll. It's not
Yes.
an inspiration, but yes,
I was
you can
looking
roll,
for any assistance.
You can roll one more
Yeah.
because you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
we
just
keep
roll
forgetting
1d6.
about that one. So
Yeah.
Nope. 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 That's 2.
All right.
3, 2, 2.
With the 2, your gun jams.
It's a 3 technically, but
Well, and 1 through a 3 are all bad outcome. So
gotcha.
whether
Yep.
it's a 2, a 2, a
Frickin'
3, a 2,
shotgun.
a 2, a 3, a 3, or a 2,
gotcha.
your gun jams.
Gotcha. Misunderstood. All right. And he looks at the little lever action shotgun. I'll deal with you later. Actually, he shoves it back in his holster and he tells
Dangerous.
Peter, get on fixing that.
And with that, I don't want to ignore Lucius's 6. You haven't heard any more boots. I have not advanced your progress clock. You hear a kind of nervous voice call out from the 2nd floor. The window opens slightly. You got an offer?
We're just looking for information about Juliet. That's all we need. If she's dead, if she's alive, we just need to know where she is or what's happened to us so we can get on out of here.
I want you to make a fortune roll for me to help telegraph what happens next in their response. So just give me a flat 6, 1d6 roll.
It's a 2.
Number of the night is 2.
All right, so, well, if you want her so bad, you can have her. Just leave us alone. And the shutters open, and you watch this form wrapped in a sheet get pushed out the window and rapidly come descending on you.
Like on me?
I'm on the porch. I can't see it.
Well, you guys are under the porch, so you would see.
Well, you said on me, so
I'll
I want to know
describe it
how.
better.
They're out on the
Architect.
dirt. I'm on the porch.
Okay, I'll change
I'm
it. I'll
on the
change it.
porch.
You see, since you are all under the porch, you see a window up to your right above kind of a small garden area. And you see the shutters open. And they push a form wrapped in a bedsheet out. Fine, you can have her. Just leave us alone. And it starts to descend to the ground rapidly.
God bless it.
Belle ain't doing anything.
Oh,
Erin would
hell.
like to. She feels a little bit
Oh.
bad. Belle's like, yeah. It's only a 15-foot drop.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, Lucius will go ahead and dismount and walk on over and check to see.
So are you letting her fall to the ground?
Oh,
Are
I
you letting
assumed
this
it-
form fall to the ground, or is anyone reacting? You are all seeing this thing start to get pushed out the window, and you have a brief moment to react if you so choose, or you can go up after gravity takes its course.
No, Wayne's.
I say Lucius
I'm just trying
is
to see what the right.
Lucius is still out on his horse, so he's gonna kick it into gear and set those suction cups afoot. They're gonna really dig in and grab well because they're suction cuppy. Although it's probably very dusty out here, so maybe not so grippy. And yeah, try to get under there and position the horse under to at least maybe half that fall or cut a third of that fall out.
How many Richards?
At least 15.
Okay, so what roll do you want to make?
Ooh. I'm gonna say go with survey. Basically, he sees her falling, so he's gonna try to position under her the best way to catch her form to break that fall, so she doesn't tip one way or the other or just completely miss. So survey.
All right. Because of how quickly things fall from a second story window, I'm going to say this is going to be desperate standard.
It's all right. Desperate. Standard.
Well, he gets another clickety click. God bless it.
And that's a 1. But I do get a little check on my XP or whatever, so it's not all negative.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let me look at my little table here real quick to see.
She snaps in half.
She gets trampled by tentacles.
As you go to run and play the hero, be the hero for the moment, and catch this falling damsel in distress, your horse panics a little bit and kind of throws their tail end out. They weren't expecting to run this quick, and they are sliding around on the dust, and their hip hits one of the pillars holding the porch roof up, and the porch roof starts to collapse.
Sounds like Wayne's problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, good thing Belle's still standing back there on acid bath.
Almost seems like riding a horse on the porch was a terrible idea.
Never. He's planning on riding the horse into the house.
All right, Wayne, what are you doing? The porch roof is falling down on you.
Oh. Damn it.
All right, roll for damage.
He's gonna back down off the porch with his rifle drawn, his mare's leg drawn. He's backing down off the
As the roof is
porch.
collapsing on you, you are slowly backing off the porch.
No, like flip the horse and turn and getting the hell off the porch. Jump. The horse jumps off the porch.
Okay.
Back next to Belle. Yeah.
What skill are you going to roll?
Oh, hell. I guess it's just prowls about as close as it can be. Not my
Sounds
best
about
feat,
right.
but
This is going to be Desperate Standard.
Desperate. 3.
All right, so with the 3, it's not successful. It's bad outcome.
Yep.
I really don't know how to avoid harm in this situation, Wayne.
That's fine.
So
Just give me some harm.
go ahead and describe. Well, I mean, I'll let you describe. So the roof of the porch is collapsing on you, and you try to get your horse to turn around and get off of it quickly, and it is not fast enough. So what happens? And you'll take a level 1 harm.
I think a splintery board comes down and right through the tail and severs the tail that's on him. So.
Oh, God, no. It grows back.
No.
No, I think a couple shingles and a couple boards with nails come across and rake Wayne across the back, so he's got some pretty healthy gashes on his back.
All right, sounds fair. The body hits the ground. The windows close. You don't hear any more voices from inside.
All right. Lucius is gonna jump off horse and try to check on poor Juliet. But he's already feeling like there's not much that can be done here. So I don't know if you need a survey or if we're just gonna say what happened, but whatever you need.
As you walk up, you can see that some of the sheet has fallen off of her body as she was thrown out of the window. And I am going to need everybody to roll some dice for me so I know how to describe this. So I need everyone to roll 2d6 for me, please.
3 and a 3 for Wayne. We're just sticking with the event of the evening.
2 and a 4 for Lucius.
And Belle gets a 6 and a 4.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't want Belle to roll the best here. That might mean Juliet's dead.
You don't know. Good lord. Middling.
Aaron, pick something that would be in a fancy manor house. It's like just something you would see on a table or a shelf. Decorative.
A very ornate Tiffany-esque lamp. Those were very popular in the 1860s. And it's got
I love lamp.
pink and gold accents.
Okay. Can you roll one more 6 for me, please, Aaron?
That's another 6. It's my night, guys.
But is it Juliet's?
All right, I'm going to need you to roll a different number because that doesn't work.
But it's the best number. How about a 2?
That works.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's our number.
Okay. Lucius, as you walk up, I said that the sheet had come off of part of her. You can't see all of Juliet. But what you do see is a leg that is covered in green, kind of long, maybe 3-inch long, almost leech-looking tentacles down the entire calf.
I think Lucius is going to pull back the blanket from her face and we'll take a look at her face and her eyes and confirm it's her.
And as you pull back that sheet, Wayne, at this point, you've kind of turned your horse around, and you see as her head kind of flops over as the sheet is moved. Her eyes are closed, except for the one large red bloodshot eye in the middle of her forehead.
One? Oh, man.
Lucius is gonna cover her back up.
As you go to cover her back up, she moans.
Oh, she's still alive. I thought she was dead. Sorry. That's not where I was going. Sorry. Misread the situation.
Is she, though?
Lucius will call Belle and Wayne over and say, "You got water?" She's still moving.
Load her up.
Got
Get her some water.
Stronger than water? She looks like she's suffering.
Yeah. Well, she might want a bullet, to be honest. But let's let her make that choice.
Lucius? Is that you?
It is.
Is this another dream?
No, Miss Jolene sent us to find you.
Don't let him do the needles again.
We won't. We're here to take you home. Do you think you can make it? We got a day and a half to get there.
I'll try. Is this real?
Yep.
Is this one of the dreams again?
Unfortunately, it is real.
And, Belle, are you approaching or are you just hanging back? I know what Aaron wants to do. I'm asking what Belle wants to do.
The second Belle saw the tentacle, she kind of smirked to herself and just stayed up on the horse. She heard Wayne's suggestion of maybe a bullet would be better. She's kind of thinking, well, at least Juliet won't steal jobs from Raven no more.
Jesus.
And as you're thinking about that, you see her kind of start to roll over a bit, and her arm comes out from wrapped in this bedsheet. And you see that there is a very fine, ornate lamp with pink and gold, as her arm is so heavy it slams into the ground as it has been completely somehow fused into her arm itself. Your first roll was a 6 and it was a tongue, and she would not be able to talk to you guys. That's the only reason I said you had to re-roll.
Appreciates that.
All right, well...
By golly.
Wayne looks at Lucius and Belle. I said, I can't abide this. And I have a plan, but I need you to follow what I say now. This house isn't going to be here when we leave. What do you think?
All right, I like the sound of this plan already.
Wayne pulls the bottle of whiskey out of his saddlebag and gives a little nip to Juliet, and then he shoves a rag in it.
Lucius is...
Mazel tov cocktail.
You know what you do with gophers? You fill the holes with water and let them run out, and then you shoot them. This looks like a gopher hole to me.
Lucius is going to say, give me a moment to get her loaded up and get her safe distance away, and you do whatever you have to.
Okay.
So Lucius is going to get her loaded up and on horse and start heading away from the house a bit.
Mm-hmm. Lucius, you take any shots you can. Belle, you want to take the back door? I'll take the front.
I love this idea, Wayne. And she clicks Acid Bath's side and runs around to the back. And she's positioning herself so she can kind of see the back door and both sides if somebody jumps out of a window. So she's a little ways back.
Okay.
Yep. Wayne takes his flint out and lights the bottle. And he'd like to use his didn't see that coming. And he's going to ride
Mazel
back up onto
tov.
the porch. And he's going to punch through the window and throw it in the house through the window. So it starts in the middle of the house, not on the outside.
All right. Doesn't even need a
So-
roll. That's smart.
Looks like you're giving him a chance to put it out, though. You set the fire where they could reach it.
Yeah.
Although, does your ability give you a bonus to a roll? I shouldn't take that away
Yeah, it
from
did.
you. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it was.
what skill would you like to use?
I would think this is a very Wayne thing to do. This is a sling.
Burst into flames.
All right.
Yeah. And +1 to
Didn't see that
the
coming.
one dice. Yeah.
This is going
So
to be
slim.
controlled. Great.
Damn right, it's gonna be great.
Whenever this man needs a 6.
Come on, big money. 2, 2, and a 5. Yeah.
5's still pretty good, though.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right.
So
I just wanted to come out anyway.
with the 5, you see the curtains start to go up, and then one of them kind of wafts off in the breeze and lands on the couch. And as you can see through this glass, this is a fancier house on the inside than you expected. There's like embroidered lounge furniture. There's finely crafted tables. You can even see there's some glass that's just bright red, fantastically made glassware. There's also a nice little shelf of alcohol.
Oh no, the good stuff. It's expensive.
Well, Wayne would like to take a shot at that alcohol before he jumps down off the porch and starts covering the door to see if he can get that to just trickle on down.
Well, you haven't had your consequence yet, so hold
That's
hold
true.
your horse,
Hell,
Wayne.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
he is. Come on, Chuck.
As the fire is spreading, you start to hear voices. You smell that? Were you cooking something?
Aaron's not making dinner. There's no fire alarm going off in that house.
And then you hear footsteps running downstairs. Oh, hail! And they start to run towards the front door. Unlock it. Now, I didn't ask, where are Lucius and Juliet at this point?
We've headed down the front path just to get maybe 30 feet from the front door. So we're not in the direct line of fire here. Trying to keep her safe. Complete the mission.
All right. As the door unlocks and 2 brown poncho wearing individuals start to pour out the front door towards kind of in front of you, Wayne.
Yep. Oh, Wayne already had his rifle out. He's going to turn and just point his rifle at the head of the first one and hope for the best.
All right.
Controlled?
Sorry. No, I'd say at this point, because they came out quickly, it's going to be risky standard.
Cool enough. No bonuses. God bless it. 2 and a 3, so it's a 3.
All right. With a 3, you totally miss. They see you, they duck, and they go to keep running. You totally miss, and your bullet happens to take out the other major post supporting the other part of the porch roof.
Damn it.
As it collapses with some of the debris striking the
Okay.
person that ran out first, and you have a brief moment to get away.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Run. He's
Prowl?
kicking the horse off the...
Not on the
God,
horse,
yeah,
I
guess
hope.
Yeah, he's kicking the horse, and he's actually going to run through these guys with the horse.
All right. This is
prowl.
going to be desperate standard.
The second that Belle hears that porch collapse, she's going to kind of ride around so she can now see the front of the house.
That's a 1.
R.I.P. Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
Juliet's looking
and
better.
Do you have anything of value on your character right now?
His shells, his little carved-in shells, are probably his prize thing.
How much gold do you have?
You should have 4, right? We each had 4.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you quickly turn your horse, strike him hard with your heels.
Go!
They don't budge fast enough. You go harder and harder. You're hitting him with your heels, trying to get him to really go quick. And he bucks up briefly before he takes off, and you lose 2 gold.
Clink.
But you make it out from underneath the porch. But now you didn't realize you lost it.
Yeah.
But the porch does collapse on the second person that was running out. And Belle, you come around the corner, you see someone running out from this collapsed roof, kind of towards where Lucius and Juliet are.
She sees that running figure, and she's going to pull out her fine rifle, and she's going to take a moment to really aim it. And we're going to open ourselves up to a devil's bargain. I can't remember if that's after I roll or before I roll.
It's before you roll if you want to do a devil's bargain.
I would like to do a devil's bargain.
All right.
Tail.
We're not twinning.
We can shake hands.
Because they don't have hands.
All right. So you'll get an extra dice.
Okay.
But in your soul, you recognize this is someone that was promised safety, that is running away, and has no weapons drawn. And you're shooting them in the back.
Absolutely.
Hell
You know you're doing something wrong.
Yep. Bring
That's why
on
she
the
loves it.
doom.
They also were promised to deliver
All right.
an unharmed woman.
You get an extra dice.
Okay.
And because you're taking the time to aim your sights and they're running away, I will say that this is a controlled standard.
Oh, yeah, baby. We got a 6.
Didn't need the bargain.
All right.
I didn't need the bargain, but I took the bargain.
Which means you still get the outcome of the bargain. So go ahead and describe not only how you shoot this tumbleweed in the back as they run away, but also the weight that fills the world as you add one more doom to the world.
Belle brings the rifle up to her shoulder, just like Daddy taught her. And as this figure's running away, it reminds her of the men in brown ponchos that left them for dead on the side of the road, her paw bleeding out next to her. She takes a deep breath. This is gonna feel good. Pulls the trigger. And the second that figure collapses into the dust, arms kind of splaying wide, she feels that deep, heavy sense, like when the rider was staring into her eyes. But this time, it puts a smile on her face.
Good God, that's dark even for Wayne.
And you can see more and more smoke is pouring out the windows of this house now. The fire's ablaze.
Wayne's gonna, now he's off the porch, he's gonna ride around the side and make sure he's on the side of the house looking for the front and the back. He's gunning anybody down that comes out. That was his plan all along. These people aren't leaving if he can just deal with it.
I think we got him.
Nobody will know who was here.
We never finished our progress clock. I feel like that would have happened by now.
Sorry,
Well, we
that
didn't
is
make it
my
in the
bad.
house.
I should have verbalized time's a wastin' was completely filled when Juliet was pushed out the window.
Yeah.
I apologize. That was my bad. You are 100%
Or-
right.
I figured
Are there-
that
it was
progress
either
clock is
her,
full.
so coming to like whatever injuries, and she did die, but we were able to save her. You know.
My bad. Time's a wastin' is full.
Well, now we're in Wayne's funhouse and he's taking shots at little funny ducks.
And as you ride around the house, calling, "Here, ducky, 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 ducky,"
That's a Wayne thing to do.
nothing else comes out. Fire keeps growing bigger and bigger. You see it starts to ascend to the second floor.
Okay.
Lucius, my head hurts. My whole body hurts.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Julie.
Miss Jolene can make it stop, right?
If anyone can, she can. We'll get you home right soon.
Is there a cart or anything around? I guess, hell with it. Never mind.
No, Lucius has her in front of him on the horse. They're riding together on it.
All right. Wayne rides up to the house and he finds a little stick on fire, and he takes the stick on fire and he takes it over to the outhouse and he makes sure that burns down too. He is not leaving this place
smell.
intact.
And as you grab that stick and head over to the outhouse, and you wait for it to be set ablaze, where are Belle and Lucius? What are you guys doing? Are you just like sitting and watching? Like, where are you at?
Lucius is heading down the trail. He's moving along. He knows Wayne will tucker himself out soon enough and come trotting up behind him.
Belle gives a smirk over to Wayne in like approval of what he's doing. Ride hard, ride fast. We're headed straight to town, she says, and then chases after Lucius.
So Belle and Lucius. Belle's able to catch up to you fairly quickly because you do have two people on your horse. Wayne is still back over starting fires. And you are now almost back at the fences as you approach the entire property. And you hear a massive, earth-shaking explosion. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Damn it, Wayne.
Insane Wayne strikes
You
again.
all agreed to this. Hurricane Wayne.
Big boom.
We all agreed to this one.
I just like how you keep trying to convince me that you don't always burn everything down, but in every adventure I've played with you, for some reason you burn stuff down.
In Sweet Escape, he didn't. And I thought he was going to set a stick on fire from the oven or something at some point. I figured there fire was coming into it, but...
Hey, if there'd been a creme brulee torch, you don't know.
Matt, what was the name of your character when you were the frog?
Pyro!
Yeah,
The
thank you.
fire-breathing frog.
Case in point.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fire is a perfectly natural cleansing device.
All right, what did you guys think of rolling for Juliet's mutations?
Well, I feel really
that's
bad
Jacked.
as a human, but I also wish I would have described something smaller than a lamp. But I was like, oh, that would be in a really nice manor house.
Yeah, when you were describing this, I was like, you're describing a large object. I was thinking like a nice pen or something. You know, something small. You were like giant, and I was like, well, this...
I thought that's what was wrapped up in the blanket, and we were going to get lucky and find the poor thing.
Oh.
Ew.
Jackie
She's a freaking
said,
breakfast at Tiffany's device.
What would you find in a manor house, like a common household item? Lamps are common household items.
That's true.
So, you know, it was either that
I
or a
love lamp.
mirror. So,
Oh. Yeah, that's gone well for us in the past.
exactly.
Was it expected for her to have mutations?
No,
No.
not for me.
I wasn't sure, but I had like a feeling like she'd have at least one, but now she's a cyclops with tentacles and a lamp arm.
Actually, she's a triclops.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your words, not mine.
And on that sour note, unsure if Wayne is shaking in his boots or only a pair of boots.
We hope you can find yourself a table.
Or a computer.
And some friends.
So you can roll into your own NatFun.
Adios,
Bye-bye.
partner.
Bye for now.
Happy trails. Remember your Mazel Tov cocktails.
Poor Juliet. Whatever struck her is tied to the tumbleweed somehow. Will the Scarlet Vultures get her back to Miss Jolene in time to find out who's behind it all? Or will Belle take satisfaction in ending her suffering at the barrel end of her pistol? Maybe Lucius will fight to save Juliet. And will Wayne meet up with the Scarlet Vultures to ride again? Or has he met his own Hellstruck Demise and gone down in a blaze of glory? All that and more as Hellstruck's Demise continues, here on NatFun. Now, one of my favorite things about playing A Fistful of Darkness is the adaptive world that is built with the players. It really does feel like we are in the middle of a Western film just as the action starts every time dice get rolled. And if you want to try A Fistful of Darkness out for yourself, you can at monkeyecho.itch.io/a-fistful-of-darkness. You can even have a chance to win yourself a free copy on our Patreon if you subscribe before the end of the month, because Monkey Echo donated a copy to our monthly raffle. You'll find links to both in our show notes. And I'll see you here next week for the next episode of Hellstruck's Demise.